All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the First and 60 Show, the only Google Plus football show where audibles are okay, but penalty kicks are not. I am Sunny Cadwallader, better known as Cad Chicken. I am here with my co-host, the one, the only Russell Baxter. Hey, Russ.
I am ready for your audibles. I'm ready for any line changes, adjustments, blitzes, anything you can throw at me. The one thing about being in this business for a long time, it's exciting to see people who have passion and like what they do. We're about to meet a young lady named Emily Gruver, who is a sports writer in Philadelphia. Emily, welcome to First and 60. And
you're 15 years old, Emily. Where did your passion for sports come from?
A few years ago, I just started writing a few articles, emailing them to friends and family, and then I just really got into it and thought that this would be something really fun to do.
I am so impressed that at 15 you already know what you want to do. You're not afraid. You're just pursuing it. I think that's awesome.
I'm 54 and I still don't know what I want to do. Emily, I'm going to jump right in with the Eagles, though. One of the classic last place to first place teams that we see nearly every year. In your mind, what was the difference last year with the Eagles under Chip Kelly? And compare it maybe to the last 2 years under Andy Reid.
It was just the game style. Chip Kelly, I think, just brought a whole nother dimension. He brought energy. He's a very determined guy. He wants to win. He wants to do whatever he can to win. So I think it was just his mentality and his game plan, and it just changed everything. And I think it fit the players well. I think especially Nick Foles, LaShawn McCoy, when Deshaun Jackson was on the team. And I think LaShawn McCoy loved it the most because this is his kind of play. With Andy Reid, sometimes Michael Vick would throw the ball 55 times, and he wouldn't get the ball on third downs. He wouldn't get it when he needed to get the ball. So I think that it really helped out the players. The game plan and the game style that he brings just really benefited. It just changed everything because he just brought a fresh new start to Philadelphia, and I think that's what the fans really needed.
Talk a little about LaShawn McCoy. Fascinating player. A couple years ago, scored 20 touchdowns. A little hobbled in 2012. It was such a disappointing season. And last year, bounced back in such resounding fashion.
Yeah, he's just a fun player to watch. He's probably my favorite player on the Eagles because he's just so explosive and exciting to watch. I think that he's going to have probably his best season yet this upcoming year. I would count him in as an MVP candidate because he's that good. He believes that he's the best running back in the game. Just a few days ago, he was saying that he thinks he's better than Adrian Peterson. So I think he's poised for a big year, especially with the Darren Sproles edition. I think that it takes off a lot of pressure off of him with how many carries he had last season. So I think that will fit in this offense well again. I think I'll have a great year.
Now let's flip it to the other side of the ball because last year, even though they played a little better, there were certainly some question marks about the Philadelphia defense. What do you think it's going to be like this year, Emily, in the second year of playing that 3-4 defense?
I think it's going to be improved, but there's still a lot of issues. There's still tons of issues, and I don't think that their defense is anywhere near Super Bowl caliber because they're just not consistent. I remember last year against the Broncos, they were giving up so many yards after the catch. They couldn't stop the run consistently. And when you take a look at their schedule about the outcomes of the scores, they were giving up 20, 30-point games. So the defense definitely needs to step it up this year.
Hopefully we'll be able to have you back on the show again, Emily. Thanks very much for spending a little time talking to us about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to come back on. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Emily. You have a very bright future ahead of you. If you're already writing about the NFL, understanding everything that's going on with your team at 15 years old, you've got a bright future ahead of you. More power to you, Emily. Take care. Thank you. Call me impressed, Russ. That girl knows her stuff.